are a keeper. Your life is a quiet promise, a vow made to silence and dust. Here, on the Crystal Citadel, you guard knowledge. Endless corridors of data crystals hum around you. They hold the memories of 1,000 civilizations. This is your sacred charge. To preserve it all for eternity, your days are measured in silent cycles. You drift through halls of light and memory. Each archive is a universe of thought. Each crystal is a soul's forgotten song. You are a librarian at the end of time, humanity's final, peaceful purpose. To listen, to remember, to keep the records safe. The Citadel floats in a sea of perfect black, a monument to learning. It does not move, it does not speak. It simply is. A bastion against the great forgetting. You and your fellow keepers are its silent heart. You have forgotten the sun. You have forgotten conflict. You have only the archives. And that has always been enough. A light appears in the void. It is not the gentle silver of a distant star. It is a violent, angry red. A crimson star born in an instant. It grows larger, far too quickly. It is not a star at all. It is a fleet, an armada of warships. They tear through the quiet of space. Their engines burn with a furious light. You watch from a high observation deck. The Citadel has no shields. It has no weapons. Why would a library need them? The ships are jagged. They look like shards of obsidian. They are built for one thing: conquest. Their arrival is a violation, a scream in a place of eternal quiet. The lead vessel is monstrous, a leviathan of dark metal. It glides toward the Citadel's main spire. Your home. There is no hail, no request for docking, only the brutal certainty of their approach. They are not here to read, they are here to take. Your long peace is about to shatter. You identify them with a chilled certainty. The Citadel's archives hold records of everyone. They are the Vor, Lag hegemony, a warrior race, known for their avarice and their contempt for history. They see the past as a resource to be mined, a weakness to be exploited. Their symbol glows on their hulls, a clenched fist crushing a star. To them, your home is not a sanctuary. It is a treasure chest waiting to be cracked open. They will melt down data crystals for raw material. They will peel the Citadel apart for its rare elements. The knowledge within means nothing to them. Less than nothing. It is just dust in their way. Alarms finally blare through the Citadel. A sound you have only read about. A frantic, useless noise. Doors of hardened crystal slam shut. They seal off entire sectors. You are caught away from your designated safe zone. Trapped in a deep archive. A section rarely visited. The Vor, Lag ships begin to dock. Their drills whine against the Citadel's hull. You are cut off. The vibrations of the invasion travel through the floor. Distant rumbles echo through the halls. Your path back is blocked. Panic is a foreign feeling, a bitter taste you have never known. You search for another way out, another path through the endless shelves. You are a keeper. You know these halls better than anyone. You run your hand along a wall of data stacks. It feels different here. The crystal is older, colder. Your fingers trace a line that does not belong. It is not a crack. It is a seam, a perfect, hair-thin rectangle hidden in the wall. You push against it. Nothing happens. Of course, nothing happens. It's just a wall. But a keeper's curiosity is a powerful thing. You examine the seam more closely. There is a small, nearly invisible indentation. A lock, not for a key, but for a hand. You press your palm against it. For a moment, there is only the cold crystal. Then, a low hum resonates through your bones. The wall slides away without a sound. It reveals a door that should not exist. The door is not crystal. It is made of a dark, matte metal. It has no markings, no title. It does not belong in a library of light. It feels ancient. It feels dangerous. The rumbles from the lag grow louder. You have no choice. You step through the doorway into darkness. The door seals silently behind you. The air inside is stale, thick with the dust of ages. Emergency lights flicker on with a soft hum. They reveal a room unlike any you have ever seen. There are no shelves of glowing crystals, no terminals for study. There are only metal workbenches, and on them, schematics. Not printed on paper or stored in data slates. They are projected in the air, blueprints of impossible things. These are not plans for libraries or for peaceful observation ships. They are schematics for weapons, massive cannons that fire focused gravity, engines that fold space like paper, armor that ripples with phase-shifted energy. You have studied star science your entire life. This technology is a myth, a fairy tale told to frighten young species. You feel a sense of vertigo, a keeper's entire worldview dissolving. This vault, this hidden room, rewrites everything. Humanity was not always a race of peaceful archivists. The evidence is all around you. Blueprints for starships named Wraith and Spectre. Designs for infantry armor that could withstand a nova. This is a history of forgotten power, a terrible, wonderful secret. You drift from one projection to another, overwhelmed by the revelation. Your people were not just participants in galactic history. At some point, they must have dominated it. Why was this hidden? Why was it all locked away? Was this a source of shame or a weapon of last resort? The questions burn in your mind, louder than the invasion outside. At the center of the room sits a single console. It has one large circular interface. It glows with a soft, inviting light. It seems to be the only active control in the vault. The schematics on display are all linked to it. The system is dormant, but not dead. A deep instinct tells you what to do. The keeper's impulse to preserve knowledge is replaced by another, a need to act. You place your hand on the interface. The console hums to life. It shows a tactical map of the Citadel. A swarm of red icons, the lag, crawls across its surface. One small ship, a scout, has detached from the main force. It is moving towards your sector, probably to assess the internal defenses, which, until now, were zero. A new icon appears on the map, a single blue dot on the outer hull. The console prompts you with a simple query. Activate system. You hesitate for only a heartbeat. Your duty was to preserve knowledge. But what good is knowledge if there is no one left to learn from it? You press Activate. The console chimes its confirmation. Outside the Citadel, a section of the crystal hull retracts. It reveals a weapon turret you never knew existed. It swivels with impossible speed. A lance of pure white energy erupts from its barrel. It crosses the void in an instant. The lag scout ship does not explode. It simply vanishes. One moment it is there. The next, only fading dust. A perfect, silent deletion. You stare at the tactical map. The red icon is gone. The blue turret icon pulses gently. The system worked with terrifying efficiency. It was clean. It was absolute. This was not the clumsy plasma or kinetic weaponry used by the lag. This was something else entirely. Something from a forgotten age of human power. A whisper of defiance from a silent past. The console chimes again. A new message appears on the screen. It is not a system prompt. It is a voice, calm and ancient. Defense System 34 activated, it says. Welcome back, warrior. A figure flickers into existence beside the console. A hologram of an old man. His form is woven from shimmering blue light. His eyes hold the weight of millennia. He looks at you, not as a projection, but as if he is truly there. You have found the true record, the hologram says. His voice is a calm sea in the storm of the invasion. I am the Elder Ones, the first and last keeper of this truth. You can only stare. The name is a legend, the architect of the Citadel itself. The Elder Ones gestures to the weapon schematics around you. Humanity was not always a race of librarians, he explains. We were warriors, conquerors. We waged war across this galaxy for centuries. We were very, very good at it. His words are not boastful. They are a statement of fact, a grim confession. We grew weary of the fight, he continues. Our power was too great. It threatened to consume us, and all else besides. So we made a choice. We laid down our arms. We built this citadel not just as a library, but as a tomb for our warrior past. He looks at you with sorrowful eyes. We locked our weapons away, and then we locked away the memory of them. The truth settles upon you, a weight heavier than any data crystal. Your entire existence, a carefully constructed lie, a lie designed to protect the galaxy from your own ancestors. The Citadel was not a monument to peace. It was a cage, a self-imposed exile, and the Vor Lag have just kicked the door in. The Elder Ones points to a new schematic. It dominates the center of the room. It is a starship, sleek and terrible, more weapon than vessel. The plans you see are for more than turrets, he says. They are for the Ghost Fleet, a fleet built to be unseen, unheard, undetected until the moment of judgment. He explains that the Citadel holds everything you need. Vast stores of raw materials lie dormant in its foundations. Automated fabricators are hidden within its walls. The entire station is a factory in disguise, a sleeping giant. The Citadel was built to preserve our history, the Elder Ones says. But it was also built to reclaim our future if necessary. It seems that day has come. Your role has changed in an instant. You are no longer just a keeper of the past. You are the architect of what comes next. The schematics are not just a record. They are a promise, a blueprint for survival, a chance to forge a future from the ashes of a forgotten war. The responsibility is overwhelming. It is also electrifying. You look at the console. It shows a network map of the Citadel. Thousands of other keepers are in their sectors, hiding, waiting for the end. They believe they are helpless, but they are not. They just do not know the truth yet. The Elder Ones follows your gaze. They must be told, he says softly. The choice to awaken must be theirs. You find the Citadel's central communication channel. It is an emergency broadcast system, meant for evacuation orders. You wonder what to say, how to explain the impossible truth. You are an archivist, not a leader. But the silence from your fellow keepers is a silence of fear. It must be broken. You compose a simple message. No grand speech, just the facts. You attach the schematic for the hidden vaults and the activation code you used. You describe the turret, the vanished scout ship, the truth about humanity's past. You send it without knowing if anyone will listen, or if they will even believe you. Then you send one last line. Our oath was to keep. The time has come to act. For a long moment, there is nothing. Only the hum of the vault, the distant rumble of the invasion. You wonder if you have made a terrible mistake. Then a light blinks on the network map. Then another. and another. All across the Citadel, keepers are finding their own hidden vaults. They are unlocking their own forbidden history. A wave of defiance spreads through the silent archives. On the bridge of his flagship, the Vor, Lag Commander watches his prize. The Citadel is resisting, but it is feeble. A few internal doors sealed. One scout ship lost to a system glitch. An ancient automated defense, no doubt. He laughs, a harsh, grating sound. He finds it amusing, pathetic even. The librarians are fighting back. They have sealed a few corridors, his lieutenant reports. The creature's voice is full of contempt. And one of our scouts was atomized, probably an energy surge from a decaying power system. The commander nods. It is the only explanation that makes sense. These humans are relics, fossils. They maintain archives. They do not wage war. This is taking too long, the commander snarls. He is a being of profound impatience. Their squeaking is an insult. I want their little uprising crushed. Send in the main fleet, all of it. I want to hear their crystal palace shatter. I want to see their records burn. He looks forward to the silence that will follow. The order is given. The great bulk of the Vor, Lag Armada, moves. Dozens of warships converge on the Citadel. They power up their main weapons, heavy plasma cannons, siege lasers. They prepare to bombard the station into submission. The commander smiles. This will be a fitting end to a species that chose books over blades. What a boring punchline to their long history. But as the Vor, Lag fleet approaches, something changes. The Citadel, that silent, passive monument, begins to stir. All across its vast surface, panels of crystal slide away. They retract into the superstructure. They reveal a layer of dark, armored metal beneath. The Citadel is shedding its skin. Countless weapon ports open like metallic eyes. Turrets of all sizes emerge from hidden compartments. Energy conduits, dark for millennia, now pulse with furious light. The Citadel is no longer a library. It has become a fortress. Starlight glints off thousands of long dormant gun barrels. The sleeping giant is awake, and it is ready for a fight. The Vor, Lag Commander stares in disbelief. The tactical display on his bridge floods with new contacts. Hundreds of them. Thousands. They are all coming from the Citadel itself. This is not a glitch. This is not a decaying power system. This is an awakening, a transformation he cannot comprehend. His amusement evaporates. A cold knot of dread takes its place. You are no longer in the hidden vault. You are in a vast, subterranean chamber, a construction bay that has been sleeping for ages. You and other keepers work with feverish purpose, guided by the Elder, Ones, and the projected schematics. You are not just activating old defenses. You are building something new, something the galaxy has forgotten how to fear. Giant robotic arms move with silent precision. They assemble the components of a new starship. Its design is alien, unsettling. It has no visible engines, no obvious weapons. Its hull is a shifting lattice of geometric shapes. It seems to absorb the light around it. The Keepers, once scholars of the past, are now midwives to a new kind of future. There's a surprising lack of a user manual, which someone notes with dry humor. It uses principles of folded space for propulsion, the Elder Ones explains. His hologram gestures towards the growing ship. Its main weapon is a resonance cascade. It will unravel the bonds that hold matter together. This is not the crude physics of the Vor, Lag. This is star science as an art form, a symphony of destruction, and you are helping to conduct it. The ship is finished in record time. It hangs in the bay, a void given form. It is christened the Silent Judge. There is no crew. It will be controlled by you, from the console right here in the heart of the Citadel. Your role as archivist feels like a distant dream, a life that belonged to someone else. You are now a pilot, a warrior, a keeper of a much sharper truth. The bay doors open to the stars. The silent judge glides out into the void. It is a single, small ship, a black dagger aimed at the heart of an armada. The Vor, Lag Commander, sees it. He orders his fleet to fire. A storm of plasma and laser fire converges on your new vessel. It is a torrent of energy that could crack a moon. But the ship does not explode. It does not even seem to be there. The energy bolts pass through it, or around it. You cannot be sure. Your ship is phasing, shifting through dimensions. The Vor, Lag gunners, stare at their screens in confusion. Their sensors scream with impossible data. They are shooting at a ghost. Then, you give the command to fire. The silent judge does not shoot a beam or a missile. The space around the Vor, Lag flagship, simply twists. A wave of invisible force expands from your ship. It is not an explosion. It is an unwriting. The flagship's armor unravels like thread. Its superstructure dissolves into constituent atoms. The ship comes apart in total silence. A beautiful, horrifying cascade of disintegration. The battle, if it can be called that, is short. You target the largest Vor, Lag warships first. Each time, the result is the same. A silent ripple in space, a vessel ceasing to exist. The Armada, once a symbol of brutal power, becomes a fleet of panicked targets. They cannot hit you. They cannot escape you. Their weapons are useless. Their pride is a joke. The one-sided fight is almost an insult to the word. A few small Vor, Lag frigates manage to turn and flee. They push their engines to the breaking point, desperate to escape the ghost that hunts them. You let them go. The Elder, Ones, appears beside you. Let them run, he says. Fear is a message, and it travels faster than any ship. The rest of the Armada is now just debris, a glittering cloud of atoms where an army used to be. News of the Citadel's defense travels on shockwaves of rumor. The fleeing Vor, Lag ships carry the tale, a story of a silent fortress and a ghost ship, of a species of librarians who wielded impossible power. In the gilded halls of the Vor, Lag hegemony, the reports are met with disbelief. Then, as sensor logs are confirmed, that disbelief turns to dread. The Vor, Lag Empire, had cataloged humanity. They were rated as Level 0 threat, harmless, passive, a footnote in the galactic registry. That assessment was now terrifyingly wrong. They had poked a sleeping creature of immense power, and now it was awake. The name human was no longer a synonym for archivist. It became a word spoken in hushed, fearful tones. The commanders who had mocked the Citadel's resistance were now silent. The empire that saw history as plunder now faced a power from history's forgotten depths. A ripple of fear spread through their entire civilization. They had sought to erase a chapter of the past. Instead, they had become the first footnote in a new chapter of war. They now feared the humans they once sought to discard. The immediate threat is over. The remains of the Vor, Lag fleet, are a warning to all. But you know this is not the end. It is only the beginning. The Vor, Lag, will return. They will come with greater numbers. And now that your secret is out, others may come too, drawn by the stories of your power, or by the desire to claim it for themselves. You stand with the Elder Ones, looking at the star-filled void. The Citadel is no longer just a library. It is a fortress, a shipyard, the heart of a reawakened civilization. The Keepers are no longer just archivists. They are engineers, pilots, soldiers. Their solemn oath to preserve knowledge now has a new, sharper edge. To protect it. The war is far from over. Decades, maybe centuries of conflict lie ahead. But humanity is no longer hiding from its past. You have embraced it. You have reforged it. The age of silent, passive keepers has ended forever. A new age has begun. An age of guardians. Guardians of the dawn. And you will write its first chapter in the fire of the stars.